The following video contains trained professionals under the guidance of law enforcement. Do not attempt or reenact what you're about to see further. This video has been heavily censored to abide by YouTube's community guidelines. For the uncensored and extended version, check out my locals for $4 a month. What's up, guys? Make sure to join my locals for $4 a month to see censored content that I cannot post on YouTube. Everything's going to be on here. It's just more heavily censored because of the guidelines. This guy was married. He is married, sorry. He's 58 years old, and when he was 33, his husband was 16 when they got together. They've been together the last 27 years. So it's pretty crazy, almost 27 years, something like that. But if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Let's get into the video. Gerald, I'm here to talk to you about who you're trying to meet today.
What's that?
I'm here to talk to you about who you're trying to meet. Keep your distance from me. I run an organization where I catch that try to meet young kids. I have no intentions of getting you in trouble, and I am filming this in case this happens again. I do this consistently. I know your first and last name and everything, Gerald Ba. I'm not here to harm you, get you in trouble, but this just can't happen again. I just want a private conversation. I don't need to make a scene in here because you know that they'll call the cops, right?
What's that?
You know that I don't want to make a scene in here. I just want to talk to you about this because this is obviously inappropriate. Do you agree with me?
Yeah. Can we talk somewhere else? Yeah. Can we talk somewhere else?
It's just, I mean, where do you want to talk?
Oh, I don't know. Outside.
It's kind of cool. I mean, we can sit over there near those benches where no one can hear us, just between us. If this happens again, it's something that I have to report.
Oh, I haven't done anything.
You haven't done anything? Can you keep your hands out of your pocket for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
You haven't done anything because I'm here to stop it. So how old are you?
I am 57.
57. And how old did this kid tell you they were?
Initially 18.
How old did they tell you they were? That's what the app said.
Yes.
And that's what's an issue, man. Why do you think that I have a problem with this?
What's that?
Why do you think I have a problem with this? About meeting a kid at your age?
Oh, because you believe that I'm...
Do you believe you are?
No, I don't.
Can you explain to me why you wouldn't be? I have the messages right here.
Can you explain to me why I wouldn't be?
Yeah, because your actions today, that's something that someone like that would do. So explain to me how you aren't one. You can sit if you want to. I mean, it's up to you. Yeah, go ahead. You said bull here. They said hi, and they said that they were 14. And you didn't seem like you had an issue with it. Right after they said that, you said, what do you have planned for the day?
Okay.
Okay. Is that appropriate?
What do they have planned for the day?
Yeah, you started with that, and then it got a little bit worse than that. But why do you need to be communicating with someone when they tell you that they're? What should you do right then and there?
I probably should have blocked them then.
100% should have blocked them. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, you said you were looking to get sucked.
Yes.
You said you were looking to get sucked when they told you that they were that age. Is that appropriate?
No, it isn't.
Do you have problems finding people your age on that app?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Why? I don't know.
Have you ever met anyone on that app before? Ever?
Yeah.
How old?
40s.
40s. That's completely appropriate. So how do you go from 40s straight down to someone who's not even old enough to drive yet?
I don't know. I don't really have an explanation.
You don't have an explanation. So do you have an attraction for adults? Are you attracted to adults?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you met a 40-year-old, obviously you are, but I'm just here to maybe get you some help if you need it. What do you think it is about younger that you do find attractive?
I think I was just looking for somebody to hang out with.
Yeah, I understand just looking for someone to hang out with, but talking about sucking and that's more than just hanging out. So yeah, what is it about that attraction towards younger? Because let me explain something. Say I thought a girl was 21, 22 years old. Say I thought they were that old. And they're like, oh, I'm 15. That's going to be a complete turn off for me to not even want to talk to them because that's too big of an age gap even for me, even though I'm way younger than you. So I want you to elaborate with what you think it is that attracts you about that younger age.
Like I said, I think I was just wanting somebody to hang out with. I understand the text messages, but
I mean, you said just someone to hang out with. It was more than hanging out. It was in a way. So that's what I'm trying to get at. In that aspect, what do you find attractive about younger? I'm not judging you. I honestly want to
no, I
know.
don't know that I've necessarily found something attractive. It's not like he sent me pictures or anything.
You saw pictures of him. Nothing inappropriate.
No, I saw his face picture. Well, his picture that he had online.
Yeah. But if he tells you he's that age, and I mean, how old? He looks young. He doesn't look old.
I don't even know how old you look, to be honest.
So,
I mean, you shave, but
do you know that it's wrong to do what you're doing?
yes.
You know that it's wrong. If your family was here and they were listening to this conversation right now, what would they have to say to you?
I suspect you're gonna send it to somebody.
I mean,
what's the point of the recording?
did you not hear what I said? I run an organization where I catch that try to meet kids. Sometimes I give people a second chance. Other times I call the authorities. It depends. You're being honest for the most part.
For the most part. What do you think?
Listen, let me explain. You don't seem like you're that bad of a guy. Like, you seem like a normal
I'm
dude.
not a bad guy.
You seem like a normal dude talking to you. Like some dude that you look like you work out. I work out too. Some dude I'd run into in the gym and just have a conversation with.
Okay.
But then comes this matter that you're doing this, and that would make me think differently of you. That's what I'm saying. So,
Well, that's fair.
do you think you need help for this?
No, I don't think I do.
You don't need help.
I think this is enough of a wake-up call.
Okay, but here's the thing. Why are you here?
I was getting ready to take him to lunch. Honestly.
Take him to lunch.
Yeah, he said he's something about Chinese food.
Okay.
Which
And-
I don't know restaurants or anything.
Yeah, but originally you were talking about.
I
Yeah.
know we're gonna keep bouncing back to that.
Yeah, I keep bouncing back to that, man, because you're trying to tell me
that's
that
why you're here.
you're trying to tell me there's not an attraction there. But like that'd be like me trying to meet, like say I try to meet a 13-year-old girl to do what you're doing, and then be like, oh, I'm not even attracted to younger. Okay, then why would I be with someone that's 13 if that was the case? You wouldn't be. You wouldn't seek someone that young.
I mean, I wouldn't have a relationship with anyone that young, other than like. Yeah.
A hookup is a relationship.
Is it?
It's like, I mean, I guess it would be considered like a friends with benefit type of thing with basically, in a sense.
I mean, if it was there, yes, I suppose.
What do you do for work, man?
I'm retired.
You're retired. What did you do?
I was a hairdresser.
Hairdresser?
Yeah.
So, would this shock people that you worked with? I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. Say someone was sitting here right now that you know.
Of course.
Do you have brothers and sisters or anything?
Of course, it would shock anybody.
Do you have a sister?
Yeah.
How old is your sister?
55.
She's younger than you?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so I know this is kind of hard to skew, but if your sister was like 15, 14, and well, you're not that much of an age difference, and someone your age was trying to have with her, would your parents be okay with that?
No.
Would you be okay with that?
Probably not. No.
So what gives you the right to do that to someone else's teenager?
No, you're right. It doesn't give me the right.
Definitely doesn't give you the right. All right, I'm gonna read over these messages to see if there's anything else bad. I do this all the time, man. I mean, I've caught way worse people than you. I've caught people that are into like infants. So I'm not saying you're like the worst guy, or you're not even close to that tier level of guy I caught. But, so you said you wanted to maybe and travel. They said travel where? You said my place. And then you said that you lived in Altoona, and then you said like the street you lived on. And yeah, that's all you really said, but that's all that really matters. You shouldn't be saying that stuff to a kid.
I shouldn't be talking to the kid. Or a kid.
Is there not any 18-year-olds on there that message you ever? 18 is still weird to me, because at the age you're at, that's still weird to me. Like, they should at least be old enough to drink at bare minimum, I feel like, at your age.
No, 18-year-olds talk to me.
It's not what?
I said, no, young people don't talk to me. Other than this kid.
So this is the first time ever?
In my life?
Yes.
No, I've been younger before. Of course, I talked to people when I was 18.
Okay.
Or 20.
What age do you think you find the most attractive, if you had to choose at one age?
Probably 50s.
50s? Okay. So that's so weird to me. That'd be like me trying to meet 13-year-olds and 25-year-olds at the same time. That's weird.
Well, I don't know. I can't explain it.
Do you know why this is illegal?
Like having kids?
Yeah, why is it illegal? Why do you believe that there's a law against it?
Child crimes, I suspect.
Well, how do you think this affects a kid?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I've never met a kid that's experienced it.
So this is illegal because it's basically a form of like more so, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that they're not old enough to consent, your brain stops developing. Do you know what age it stops developing at?
No, I don't.
Take a guess.
25.
That's the exact answer. Roughly 25 is when your brain stops developing. A 4-year-old is barely over half that. If they were 1 year younger, that's basically half. Not half, but you know what I'm saying, almost half. You are almost 60 years old and your brain is fully developed.
Let's hope so.
What's that?
I did have a stroke.
But so you're saying because you had a stroke,
No,
you don't
I'm
think?
not saying that. I was just saying.
So you know that what you did is wrong still.
Correct.
Okay, exactly.
No, you were just saying that my brain was fully developed.
Well, I meant developed in the capacity that you know that this is illegal, this is wrong.
I do know it's wrong.
You can affect
I'm
the
not
kid, you
trying
can
to
affect
use
yourself.
the stroke as an excuse.
This
I'm
can
just
cause a
saying
kid to
that.
get depression and stuff long term.
Sorry?
This can cause a kid to get depression and other because like they're in a growth period when they're still developing, going through high school, their brain's not fully wired yet. Say you did stuff with this kid consistently, say you guys had like 10 times. I'm just using a scenario. And then later on, this kid's like, well, I was victimized by this older guy, and I can start causing issues mentally with them long term. That's one of the issues, reasons that this is illegal. They didn't just say, oh yeah, this is illegal because you're this age. Like obviously I know 18 would be legal, but it would still be weird to me because the brain's not done developing until 25. I'm not saying meeting someone 23, 24, 20, like I'm not saying that's too weird or anything, but the fact that you're going for teens is definitely a big issue.
Understand.
So, do you have kids?
No.
When's the last time you were in a relationship?
I am in a relationship.
Okay, I already knew that. I just wanted to see if you were lying. I found you on social media, or you were with some bald guy.
Yeah, I'm not hiding.
I'm asking these specific questions because people like to lie, and like you're owning up to what you did, which I don't respect you, but I respect that you're at least being honest about the whole situation. So you don't have kids or anything?
I don't have any biological kids now.
Stepkids?
Yes, of course.
So
You already know that.
No, I didn't. So I didn't look that depth. But you're married?
Yes.
How old are his kids?
He doesn't have kids. My ex-husband has kids.
How old are they?
40 or 43 and 31.
How old were they when you met them?
5.
5.
Well, one of them was 5.
How long were you guys together?
My ex-husband and I?
Yeah,
7 years.
7 years. Now you know what I'm about to ask now.
Would I like someone have with either one of them? No.
No, I was about to ask if anything happened between you and them at any point.
No.
So you said you were with them for 7 years, so up until the kid was 13.
Yeah.
Or 12, I'm sorry, 12. That's not that far from 13. I'm not saying you did anything to him, but did you ever have those thoughts
No.
to want to? No? Well, you're the way you're answering, you're acting like you're surprised I'm asking that. I mean, if you're hearing me that's a very reasonable question.
I know you're trying to compare the two things. I get
It's a very reasonable question.
What's that?
Do you think what I'm doing is wrong?
No. I mean, it's uncomfortable.
I mean, I get it. You're the one that came to do this, and you're in a situation where you're like, man, I just got caught trying to meet this kid. But how do you think it would go if it was a parent that showed up, a father, an angry father? Do you think he would just be talking to you like this in the store?
I have no idea.
An angry father that found out someone your age was about to do something to
Based
their...
on what's happened on TV, yes, they do lots of things.
This isn't a TV show, man. What I'm saying is...
Like it is.
No, what I'm saying is... It's super serious. And obviously, like, I'm not a cop or anything. They would be here putting you in cuffs if they wanted to. If this was them setting this up. So your ex-husband has one kid.
Yes. No, he has two.
How old is the other one?
I said 42 and 31.
42 and 31. So was the 31-year-old the one that was 5 when you were with him?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe my math is off. Like I said.
If your ex-husband knew about this, well, what do you think he would say?
I don't care what he would say. He's dead, for one thing.
Sorry to hear that,
His
but
mother, yeah, she would be upset.
So you're coming here from Iowa? Why'd you move here?
My husband got a job.
Does your husband know you're meeting other people?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not sneaking. I mean, this seems sneaky, but I'm not sneaking around.
So he's fully aware.
Yes, he's fully aware.
Does he know that you're meeting?
You're making it plural.
A child. Same thing.
No, he does not. How would he feel about it? He would be upset.
He wouldn't think this is okay?
I said he would be upset.
So he wouldn't just be speaking to you like I am right now? He'd be actually mad at you?
I would guess so, yeah.
Do you think he would leave you for something like this if he was here right now?
No.
No. That's concerning. Because if I was with a girl and she was...
Well, you have a different relationship than me.
It doesn't matter. Okay, so if a close family member tried to do this to somebody else, a 14-year-old, say like someone that's at an age that's not appropriate, I wouldn't speak to them anymore, even if they're close family.
Yeah.
So, because this has happened to close family members of mine. People have been molested, people have been raped. That's one of the reasons that I do this.
Yeah, it's happened to me.
What happened to you?
I'm not talking about this on camera.
That's completely fine. But are you saying it was something when you were a kid?
Yes.
So why would you repeat the cycle?
That's someone else. I don't feel it's the same sort of situation.
How is it?
Much younger.
How much younger? You were 5. How old was the person?
Older than me, teenager.
Teenager. Okay, that person's a teenager. You were 5. You're almost 60. This person's been a teenager for 2 years. So yes, it's different, but it's not crazy. It's not crazy different.
Why would I want to do it with someone else is your question? I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I don't know the answer.
That's a problem if you don't know. So that right there, if you don't know, that proves that you need some psychological help. You already said that you didn't, but if you don't know,
if I don't know,
that means you need to speak to like a therapist about this or something. Like this isn't something that's a joke or something that you take lightly or anything.
I'm not taking this lightly.
What were you doing today before I came?
Watching TV.
Watching TV. What were you watching?
I don't remember.
I'm just... You're old enough to be this kid's grandfather.
I understand.
What are you gonna have in common with this kid? What's gonna be in common?
What are the questions accomplishing? I mean, where are we going?
So you don't think that the questions I'm asking like are relevant?
I'm not saying they're not relevant. I think your point is made.
I'm just trying to freaking understand.
You think I need psychological help? Then let's start that track and get out of this uncomfortable situation.
So how are you super uncomfortable right now if I'm just sitting here speaking to you? I'm not forcing you to stay here. I'm honestly being civil.
I didn't say you weren't being civil. I said it's uncomfortable for me. Which is the point.
I mean, if I wanted to make you uncomfortable,
You would call the police.
no, you know I could be screaming in the store and let other parents know, and whatever, something else could happen. Someone could get mad. If I screamed in the store, it's who knows who calls the cops. But I don't scream. I don't do that stuff. You know, I try to keep this professional when I do it, man. And like, you've been honest, I'd say at least 90% of what you said. I don't know, you know, I can't confirm or deny if you're lying about something. I think you're being honest with me though, for the most part. That's actually somewhat of a compliment. But most of these people lie.
What would be the advantage of me lying?
I don't know, man. That's why I'm just asking you to confirm.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, where are we going next?
As far as this conversation?
Or whatever, yes.
Okay, let me pull out the chats. So they asked you what all you wanted to do as far as like stuff you wanted to do, and you said we'll talk more about it in person, like what you wanted to do explicit. So you didn't want to go into full detail, obviously. What do you think you guys were going to do? Were you going to use protection?
He asked me if I had condoms. I said yes.
But do you usually, were you going to plan to use protection before you brought that up?
Yes, I have some now. I don't have anything with me now.
Okay. Did you not second guess and think like, oh, what if this kid's parents found out about this?
No, actually, I second guessed and said, I bet this is some sort of weird setup, and I'm probably gonna not have a good day.
You're saying you thought this was going to be
I was walking through the mall, yes.
Okay. How does that make sense? That would be like this happening to me, like, oh yeah, I think this is. That'd be like me, be like.
I get what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
My processing is still not great from the stroke. I'm not trying to use that as an excuse, but this form of interrogation is kind of screwing with my head, and it's making it challenging.
Okay. I mean, you seem competent for the most part. You at least understand.
Well, I do understand. But
so you were saying you thought that this was going to be a setup. That would be like.
well, obviously I didn't think of it.
Because like if you thought it was going to be a setup, they'd be like, oh, let me go to the mall and somebody's going to freaking come here and confront me.
And here we are.
I'm just flabbergasted, man. How many times do you think I've done this before?
Today, probably 5.
Today? No. How many people do you think I've confronted for trying to meet children before?
No idea.
I want you to guess.
I don't want to guess. You can tell me or not tell me.
Oh, I thought I saw a flash. Like 200 and something, man. Over 200 times.
Well, that's not good.
It's definitely not good that this many people do it. And all those people that go unscathed and don't get caught doing this. There's a lot. It's insane.
I bet it is.
So what are your plans for the rest of the day?
I don't know. You tell me.
Why? How am I going to
Seems like you're the one in control here.
I'm just asking you a question.
Yeah, I'm responding. I don't know if I can get up and leave now, then I will. But if I can't.
I mean, I can't force you to leave. I can't force you to stay. I would prefer if you stayed and talked to me for a couple more minutes. But I can't force you to. I'm not a cop.
Okay.
I want you to ask a question for me. Do you have anything to ask me about this situation?
No.
Anything you want to know?
No.
No. Are you close with your siblings?
Why is that relevant?
I just want to know.
No, I'm not.
I was gonna ask you if you would call one of them, but I guess not. To let them know what you did. But if you don't want to, that's on you. I mean, obviously you probably don't want people to know about this, but I guess it's like a form of accountability. You think this is funny?
No, I'll call my husband. How about that?
You'll call who?
I said I'll call my husband.
Sure. I would like to hear him, so I know that. I mean, how do I know who this is? Does it say on the phone who it is?
Yep. Hey there. Do you have a minute?
I would like to speak to him.
I'm kind of in some trouble here. I'm at the mall.
Can I hear him so he knows that I'm...
It's not a policeman, but
a catcher.
a catcher for offenders, for child,
You were trying to meet a 14-year-old.
because I was trying to meet a 14-year-old. He wants to hear you or whatever.
Oh, he doesn't have to speak to me if he doesn't want to. That's fine. Hey, sir. So I am recording him right now because I run an organization. I'm recording this because I run an organization where I catch that try to meet little kids. And sometimes I give people a second chance. He came here to meet a 14-year-old and do explicit stuff with them like happy. So I'm just talking to him about it right now. This is... How old are you, sir?
Myself, I'm 43.
43? Yeah, man, I was telling him, like, this is super inappropriate to be almost 60 years old trying to meet a... Like, that's not okay at all.
He thinks you should leave me today and not talk to me again.
Oh, I was just saying,
That's what you said.
Yeah, I said, what would your husband think of this? I said, would he leave you? Because, like, obviously...
You said you would.
If I was
so
your...
you would never talk to
If I was...
Can we all stop talking for a second, please? So what's going on? What's the steps here? I just need to know what's happening.
So basically, we're just having a conversation right now. I'm glad he's being honest about it.
It's been going on for a while.
How long is a while? How long is a while to you?
I don't know. However long you've been here, I don't know.
It hasn't been that long. What time is it right now?
1:06.
What's up, man?
So my husband had a stroke last year.
He thinks I'm trying to use that as.
He admitted it. He admitted that he knew that when he got here. I said, "How old did this kid tell you he was?" He said, so he was aware. It's not like he forgot or anything, sir.
Okay. I'm not saying that. I'm not there. So
yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to give a little bit of background. Is memory stuff is a little off still from his stroke. I'm not saying that's an excuse. I'm just trying to give you a background as well.
I got you, man. Yeah, man, I just wanted him to, let someone... I'm surprised you actually called him. Hold yourself accountable a little bit so someone around you knows what the hell you're doing.
He wanted me to call my sisters.
Because I said if this was somebody's father that showed up and they had the chats of you meeting their kid, this would honestly probably end way different than just a conversation. If it was a father, an angry father.
Okay, so can I just say something here?
Go ahead.
I get where you're coming from. However, I have been with my husband for 27 years.
It doesn't matter how long you've been with him, sir.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this is a conversation that I would have separately without somebody else involved with my husband.
You don't have to be on the phone right now if you don't want to, sir. I'm talking to him about this because he's obviously, this is serious. He committed some serious, I'm not a cop, but these are technically speaking, he's trying to commit some crimes.
Okay, so what's happening after this?
That's what I keep asking.
He wants to
keep talking to me.
I'm just talking to him. That's it.
Okay, so when the talking is done, then what happens?
I just wanted to make sure he gets some counseling or something, or sees a therapist.
Okay.
That's
so
basically.
We'll reach out to his therapist
and
get him seen and see what's going on. I can promise you that I'm in healthcare myself. I'm a CEO.
You're in healthcare.
Correct.
Someone that's in healthcare, you know how serious this is. The reporting allegations like this are serious. I don't know if you've ever dealt with this, not with him, but this type of stuff at your job.
No, I have not, because I don't work with adolescents. I work with adults.
Oh, okay.
Like physical rehab type things. So what I can just tell you from my perspective, because I handle all the doctor's appointments and things, and making sure that everything's on the schedule, so I know when there are as far as appointments and stuff to make sure that we're following everything. I can tell you I will call the therapist and get an appointment set up.
And we can follow up with you as well.
Yeah, you have you have that number, so just
what number?
We'll definitely follow through.
Just on the number you were texting, I can contact you on that. The number you were texting the decoy through. That's all I really have to say to you. I just wanted someone that was close to him to be aware, because this is not okay. You're way too old for this. If you were trying to meet someone that's of legal age, I couldn't even say anything if it was 18 because it's legal, but that would still be even weird to me because you're almost 60.
Do you want to give me a t-shirt to wear around the mall?
A t-shirt? What do you mean a t-shirt that says what?
Gentlemen, I just need everybody to stop.
Sir, I'm not. There's nothing to, sir.
I'm just asking. So that nothing gets said that should not be said between either two of you. I'm not there. I'm just.
We already talked for like 30 minutes, sir. I just wanted him, to let someone know.
You don't think that's been a while?
Gerard.
Okay, but how long were you going to be with this kid, though? You say that's a long time. How long were you going to spend with this kid? And the fact that you were going to take this kid to your house when you have a husband, that's disrespectful. And you're putting him at risk, because if you had sex with a 14-year-old kid at your house while your husband's there, he could also be charged if that happens.
He's not there.
But I'm saying,
okay,
hypothetically,
good to know.
Hypothetically, he's at that residence. He reports it to the police. This is where it occurred at.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I do.
Okay.
I said I got your point a while ago.
I get it.
So, I guess my question is he free to go so him and I know?
I already told him I'm not law enforcement. I can't force him to stay.
Okay. So then, at this point, he's free to go, and then him and I can continue to have a conversation.
Yes. I mean, it doesn't. It honestly, like, in my opinion, like, it doesn't sound like you take this that serious, just because of the fact that, like, say if my brother, I'm close with my brother. Say my brother did this. If my brother did this, I'm close with him. I'd face. There'd be no talking.
Cub, I'll talk to you later.
Sir, I can't.
I'm not saying I want you to do that, sir. I'm just saying, like, it sounds.
I'm not telling you that either, but I'm
okay.
I'm at work.
I get it, sir.
In an office.
I get it. My bad. Okay, we don't.
So I can tell you that I'm going to be handling this, but I cannot respond.
That's fine.
In a way that you think I should because of my profession.
Okay, that's fine. You're okay.
So I hear what you're saying, but I'm not going to respond in a way that's going to draw attention to what's happening in my office, where I have 15 staff around me that can hear everything.
I got you, sir.
So if he's free to go, that'll be great. I will go out to my car so I can have a conversation, and I will handle this from my end.
You're good.
All right, thank you very much.
All right,
Talk
see you.
to you soon.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to walk you to your car, and that's it. I'm not going to do anything to you.
Why?
I'm going to be leaving, too. So I'm just going to talk to you as we walk out.
Great.
It's nuts.
I'm not here.
You can go right here. I don't know where you parked. Which way did you come in?
I get lost in places.
Are you sure you parked this way?
I'm certain.
I was going to say.
Please leave your message for...
Oops.
Get in the car. You're taking pictures of my license plates. What's up?
I'm just walking over here.
For what reason?
Why not? So, man, you promise you're not going to do this again?
No, I'm not gonna do this again.
So, Like I said, it's just hard for me to believe that this is the first time. Being that you're the age you are now, because if you said you were like 23...
Yeah, don't project onto me.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're trying to make me out to be a person that I'm not, worse than I am.
So you think that you're an overall good person. Have you ever been in trouble before?
No, you probably already know that.
I don't know that. I didn't look that up.
You should.
You think I should?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to type it in real quick.
All right, I'm not going to wait.
All right, that's fine.
This is super creepy.
Huh?
So this is super creepy.
The cops are here.
He's leaving right now. Are you done?
What?
Nothing. He's right here. I see the cop. I see the cop. He's right there. He's right there. He's right there. He's right there. How's it going?
Good, how are you going?
Doing great.
Is this the gentleman?
Yes, sir.
Talk to this officer.
Okay. How you doing today, man? Oh, this weather's kind of shitty. So, I run an organization where I catch like child predators. I try to meet little kids. And I just want to also add, like, he admitted to every single thing in the chat logs on video too, so you guys will see that.
Can I get a phone number?
Okay. So I run an organization where I catch child predators. I try to meet little kids. I think I believe he's 58 years old. His name is. He was trying to meet a 58, and he was talking explicit and saying he wanted to have sex with a kid. And he came to the mall to pick them up. And I've done this a bunch of times.
Do you have all that, like all the paperwork
Yeah,
and everything?
so I have everything on, what Google Drive is?
Yep.
Got everything on the Google Drive, the screen recordings, everything, and all the messages. I'll put the video on there, and it's a text-free app that I use to talk. I can even give you guys the login information for that too. So
Like WhatsApp?
it's no, not WhatsApp. It's just a text. It's like an app you log into for
When you were
text messaging.
texting him and stuff, do you know his address where he lives?
He lives in Altoona.
Okay, so if he's, whenever he was doing like your text messaging and stuff like that, however he was contacting you, it's most likely going to be the city, like jurisdiction, you know what I'm saying?
Usually, well, he lives here, but usually the way they do it is like, how they've done it in Altoona before. Like if I caught someone at the mall here, they'll take it in that jurisdiction. Usually, is how it's been.
Wherever they see them.
Yeah, wherever they actually show up to meet. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just get your information.
I got you, man.
How do you spell your last name?
Yes, sir. If you have a card, I can get all that evidence sent to you right now. It's freaking cold for April.
Get a windbreaker.
Yeah. Should have worn one. Thought it was gonna be warmer than this.
So like specifically, like, do you have any like specific things?
So this guy thought he was meeting a boy, not a girl. So he just said he wanted to suck him off and he wanted to fuck the kid. And he said he had condoms.
And you're 18.
I'm 27.
27.
How old are you?
23.
Okay, I was gonna say you look like you haven't been on the force that long. How do you like it?
It's good.
It's good, man.
You came over to us in Johnstown in Monson.
Say that one more
I
time.
was working in Johnstown. You came over. You guys. For some, you ever go to someone in Johnstown?
One time it was like an older guy with glasses. You were there?
Yeah, I
and then you switched. Do you like it here better?
Up front.
Okay, makes sense. Yes, sir. Whew, I should have worn a beanie.
What do you got?
Decision. So he doesn't have any of the paperwork right now. He said.
Okay.
So, you talking about me?
Yeah.
So I have all the evidence on like a Google Drive, all the chat logs. I'll put the video on there too, and then on top of that,
What video? All from here?
the video of the whole encounter from
Okay.
beginning to end.
Okay.
And
Alright.
all the communication was really on like a text-free app, so I can give you the screen recordings, and then I can also give you guys the login for it too. It's just like something you log into and has everything stays stored. So
Okay. All right. It looks like you're probably going to have to forward this to the city. He resides in the city. This is just where you make contact with him. So we're going to run his information and everything, make sure that we have all that, and then, like I said, you'll probably be forwarding all of that information. Did you get all his information?
yeah, you did. The way I've done this before, I thought it was like if he says like he lives in the area, he came to meet here. I thought like this has jurisdiction over it because like the criminal use of communication facility, he was still chatting in the mall.
I got you. But yeah, it was also where he resided as well.
Okay.
He admitted to communicating majority of the time where he resided. So, but yep. Let me.
Can I still send this to you guys or like how does that?
So right now, let me run some information.
Yes, sir.
It's Keith and
Okay. All right. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you. We'll talk to you.
Got you. Thank you. Yeah, I've done some cases in Altoona too that have led in prosecution. Like I had a really bad guy like 8 weeks ago. He brought like so much sex toys and all this other stuff, and he got arrested. I know obviously sometimes they get arrested after the fact, but
Okay.
the Altoona DA has been pretty cool about it.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna forward this information most likely to the city.
Okay.
But go ahead and give him your email so that
Absolutely.
you can be in contact with him, and then you already have his phone number and everything.